Happy birthday, Dad! So, instead of telling a funny story about how as little kids you had to feed toothpaste to crickets for science fair, or you're trying to convince us calculus is actually something useful since you use it, I wrote a song about the useful advice you get from having a father in science. Okay, here it goes. On a cloudy summer's eve, late night in the lab, Skyped with my father, we were both trying not to sleep. So he kept a-looking out the windows at the darkness, till boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made my life collecting science data, knowing what the stars were by their spectral lines. If you don't mind me saying, seems you've got some data. Send me your thesis outline and I'll give you some advice." So I emailed him a file, downloaded with a smile. Then he sent me paper, tried to pick a fight. Then the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna do science, you gotta learn to do it right. You gotta pick a good project, generate some data, know when to write it up, know when you're done. You don't pad your CV when your paper's under review. There'll be time for self-promotion when the process is done." Now every scientist knows the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. 'Cause some data's a winner, but artifacts a loser, and the best you can hope for is for your funding to keep. So when he finished speaking, he closed his Skype window, looked at his data, and stared up at the sky. Somewhere in the darkness, the clouds started clearing, and from his late night words I found some data that I could keep. You gotta pick a good project, generate some data, know when to write it up, know when you're done. You don't pad your CV when your paper's under review. There'll be time for self-promotion when the process is done. Happy birthday, Dad.